Hello everyone! Welcome back to another sketchbook tour. This is the final video of the series. So I'll be going through 2015 through 2016. This one was a really short sketchbook because during this time I was still in college and I was still in the stage where I didn't really draw that much. I kind of did very marginalized doodles, so not every sketch is going to fill the page. So yeah. Ooh, there's my old persona. I think I finally decided on what kind of persona that I wanted to do. It's a hellhound, and I think I ended up making them into an OC at one point because I like their design a little bit too much. This was also the time when I was actually working on Hobo Story for a bit, so there's a lot of sketches of the characters from that story. And there's mystery skulls and a bunch of noses, because I, at the time, wanted to figure out a different way to draw noses instead of like the old, line in the face anime nose. There's Over the Garden Wall. That was such a great series. I really enjoyed it. This sketch looks pretty rough though. And then here's a dynamic sketch of Scary, the Scarecrow. And there's some leg day practice. Yep. And here's some of the first sketches of Thinker, and I actually really liked these sketches. And the one on the left page down towards the bottom on the right really inspired me to go through with making Out of the Ordinary a webcomic. And then there's more Thinkers. I really enjoy these sketches. He's changed so much throughout the years. He's less, I guess his eyes have gotten a little bit bigger since then. He's a little bit more expressive. And this was a short story that I wanted to write down. And of course I used my sketchbook for this, so. Gotta flip through all those pages. Let's see. Here we go. Okay. And this is Joan. Joan is one of the villains in Hobo Story. She's the general. There's Jack Spicer! That was a good series. Challenge Showdown. Did not enjoy what they did with the spin-off series. The spin-off series turned out to be really weird, but the original series is really good. There's some foxes. And more Jones, her younger stage. I wanted her to be like a professional fencer, but she She's like strong enough to like fight big monsters and cut through boulders and stuff. And then there's like a little drawing of what my cousin did. We drew together, and we drew some mooses. Another drawing from my cousin. And these are some old characters. Before I made Hobo Story, I made another story called Above, and these were some of the main characters for it. It was more of like a sci-fi fantasy, post-apocalyptic sort of story. And here's more scaries. He and his superpowers, powered by his magical all-seeing eye sort of thing. Now there's a cozy Joan. So cozy. Enjoying a tea. And I forget what this character was. Can't remember what their name was, but they're like a Mongolian warrior, because they have like a whip sword. And there's another character that I can't remember her name, but she's pretty cool. They're actually both from Hobo Story, and here are some of the guards that Joan is in charge of. Let's see. There's Adelaide and Time Square? Question mark? I'm going through the sketchbook kind of fast since there's not much to see. And Star Harvest was a game that I worked on during college. We only had I think we only had like 2 months to work on it, and we made our games by ourselves, and that was some concept work that I made. And here's Death from my current webcomic. Just some doodles. And a pearl. Still really like Steven Universe. I need to rewatch it sometime. And here's some of my characters, those Animal Crossing characters. Oh, this is such a fun prompt. Yeah. And it looks like there's an amethyst. And I think that's Roy from Monster Kind, which is a really good webcomic. And there's a castle and vampire? Question mark? Little griffin and I Can Friday by Day. Now that's a cool animated short. I definitely recommend watching that if you're into like good animation. And then more Adelaide explorations. She was sort of like a spunky character. I made her like she was more like a little rebel, daredevil sort of person. Like she didn't like rules, and she liked breaking them. And more animals, like they were hybrids like of animals in Hobo Story, and I wanted to experiment with that. And then there's RBG from The Property of Hate. That was a good webcomic. It's still going right now if you're interested in reading webcomics. And there's an alpaca and Garnet. Love Garnet. And oh, there's an early sketch of Ramona. Oh, I really like that. Aw. Her design has changed so much. And there's a good Scary and Adelaide. Oh, and these were some concepts that I was making for a project that we had during one of my illustration classes. We had to make 5 different characters that revolved around Halloween, and I decided to make like a whole family member sort of thing. So there was like a grandma, and there was a mom, there was a dad, they were twin sisters, and there was like a little brother. And those are the spring uniforms of the guard from Hobo Story. And this was when I was thinking about doing a 3D model of Scary. E.T. posing. What is it? T-pose for dominance or something? It was an old meme. And this was when I was trying to study more backgrounds, because backgrounds are really hard. Really like how I drew this bar. And back when I was still working on Hobo Story, I was thinking about covers for the first book, since I already completed 2 chapters of it, and I thought about maybe putting the 2 chapters together to make a book, but I'm not sure if I'll be able to do that now, since I've decided to not continue with that project. But it was definitely fun. There's Mara May. She's one of the bounty hunters in Hobo Story, and I was. There's Guppy, one of my little C's. She's a racer, and there's some imps. Very old DA-esque style. And here's some cardinals. I was in charge of designing characters for a small film that we made during one of our animation classes. And oof, not a great sketch of Margot. And some older sketches of Thinker and Travis, and then there's a Kirby, because Kirby is amazing, round and good, always. And some Tiny Knights, and Game Grumps. Oh, that was a time. Don't really watch Game Grumps anymore. But, and there's a monkey god sort of thing, and small out of the ordinary illustration. More little doodles. I was still trying to experiment with my style, because I still don't like my style currently, but tiny round dragon, but I'm still getting there. Some story exploration. I thought about what if Adelaide got captured and they decided to like conduct experiments on her, since she's the only like human that wasn't cursed in that world. Some Morning Margos. Definitely feel that one on the right. And so the character on the right was actually in for another short film. It was like a mixture between like 3D and 2D. And then there's some Gengars. And Jirachi. Ah, these are some of my favorite Pokemon. And oh god. Oh no, I forgot what it was called. Oh well, it'll come to me. I really like the sketch of Margot and Thinker. I might make that into an illustration sometime. And there's some scaries. I actually really like the way I drew him like this. It's kind of adorable. And that was part of the 3D/2D film. And some monster explorations. I need to do more pages like this. Really happy with that whole spread. And then here's some of my cousin's sketches. And then there's the last page. Hooray! And that's it for my sketchbook series. If you enjoyed these videos, please let me know down in the comments. I really liked going through all my old stuff. But if you want to support me and my content, I have a Patreon, and thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much. And there's some Ruby. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.